The southwest region of the United States is different from any other. Much of the land is desert. The climate is mostly warm and dry. Colorful, rugged landscapes are found there. The southwest states are Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. The first people to live in the southwest were Indians. Some of the earliest Indians were the ancestors of today's Pueblo people. These ancestral pueblos often made their homes inside caves and cliffs. Their homes can still be seen today. In an area called Four Corners, visitors can go inside these cliff dwellings. Four Corners is located at the point where the borders of New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado meet. The descendants of the ancestral pueblos made adobe bricks from clay and straw. They built homes called pueblos, which were made of adobe and stone. The pueblo homes are attached to one another like apartments. Many families live together in a pueblo. Pueblo is a Spanish word that means village or town. The Navajo people are another tribe in the Southwest. The Navajos have lived there for hundreds of years. They and the Pueblo tribes have both been friends and enemies. The Navajos made a different kind of shelter from the Pueblos. Their homes are called hogans. They were dome-shaped. Hogans were made of wooden poles, tree bark, and mud. The Spanish were the first Europeans to explore the Southwest. Coronado traveled north to this region from Mexico. He was hoping to find gold and silver. He never found treasure, but he explored much of New Mexico and parts of Arizona. One of his men was the first white man to explore the Grand Canyon. Later, Spanish missionaries came to teach the Indians Roman Catholic beliefs. The most famous of these missions is the Alamo. The Alamo played an important part in Texas history. It was used as a fort when Texans fought for their freedom from Mexico in 1836. They bravely defended the Alamo from the Mexican leader Santa Anna. The Texans were finally defeated. Many of them died in the battle. In a later battle, Sam Houston led the Texans to victory and independence. Tourists can still visit the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. The Great Depression of the 1930s was a difficult time for many farmers in Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas. Millions of acres of land on the plains were damaged by drought and dust storms. The swirling dust clouds ruined crops, homes, and machinery. People and animals died in the storms. It took the farmers years to recover from these losses. Some families even decided to move away from this region. We call this event and the area where it happened the Dust Bowl. Please read pages 359 through 362 to recognize that God specifically designed the flora and fauna of the Southwest to be able to live in a dry climate. You will also learn about some of the wild animals, unique birds, and a wide variety of insects that make their homes in the Southwest. The southwestern climate varies from place to place. Arizona and New Mexico contain mountains, rivers, and canyons. A portion of the Rocky Mountains extends into northern New Mexico. Snow falls there in the winter. The Colorado River flows down from the north into Arizona and through the Grand Canyon. Rivers in this part of Arizona are an important part of natural resource. Their water is used to irrigate the land for crops. Most of central Texas is made up of plains. Plenty of rivers keep this area well watered. This land is a rich source of soil for farming. In East Texas is a large area called the Piney Woods. Many pines and other hardwood trees make this place a good source of wood. Texas also has resources in oil and natural gas. Much of Oklahoma lies in the plains. The climate is usually hot in the summer but milder in the winter than many states farther north. The state is shaped like a cooking pan with a long handle. The long, thin portion of the state is called the panhandle. This part of the state is the highest in elevation. It is usually cooler than the other parts. Many different industries bring income into the Southwest. A major industry in all 4 states is agriculture. Beef cattle are the top livestock product of this region. Several different metals are mined in this region as well. Mining is another large industry in the Southwest. Copper is often used in wiring and pipes. Arizona is the leading producer of copper in the United States. Oil and natural gas are also important mining industries. Texas leads the nation in oil and natural gas production. A major industry is also manufacturing. Factories make computer parts and electronic equipment. Oklahoma produces equipment for air and space travel. Another major Southwest industry is tourism. Arizona has the Grand Canyon, the Painted Desert, and Petrified Forest are also popular with tourists. New Mexico has the White Sands National Monument and Carlsbad Caverns. Tourism brings support to hotels, restaurants, stores, museums, and national parks. Tourism also encourages people in a region to care for their natural resources.